We're going to continue doing all the little odds and sods kind of jobs around the boat that need to get done. Today I am going to continue working on the wiring. Behind me you can see what appears to be a bit of a rat's nest. I will clean that up. What I've done is I've taken all the ground wires, put them on a bus, and then run one big ground wire down to the panel inside the closet. So today I'm going to put two smaller buses like this up here for the hot side. The number of these are paired up. Lights for the spreader lights, for instance, port and starboard. They don't need separate switches or power for them. And the nav lights, port and starboard, red and green, don't need separate power for them. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got two wires left to pull. One of them, when I pulled from the other side of the bulkhead, discovered that whoever did this originally had spliced the wire inside the bulkhead with a butt connector. And so as soon as I pulled on it, it came apart. So I'm going to attempt to run two wires on this. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll give it a shot. I've come to a bit of an impasse with my electrical project under the mast. I need some more connectors and other electrical parts, which I've ordered, but they won't be delivered for a few more days, probably next week by the time I get them. So there's no sense in me trying to do anything more with that. But there's lots more to do on the boat. One of the things that I've been wanting to do for a while is to plug the holes along the bulwark. There's 6 holes, 3 on each side where the top bolts for the chain plates are. I had to cut 1-inch holes in the bulwark to get to the nut on those, and they have been open ever since I did that, so it's time to plug those. There's also a hole at the foot of the mast where somebody had attempted to run a bit of RG58 up through the deck for a workaround VHF antenna solution. The antenna is long gone, and all that was left when I got the boat was a bit of wire sticking out of a fitting. Well, I took the fitting off, pulled the wire out, and now I've got a hole in the deck, so I need to get that sealed up ASAP. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to break out the grinder and grind away at the holes and mix up some thickened epoxy and fill them. Come along for the ride. To those in the business, it's called liquid joinery. And I have managed to plug almost all of my holes, all but one that I forgot. I knew there was one that I'd forgotten, but I couldn't remember where it was. But we'll get that tomorrow. So what I did in order to plug the holes is to mix up some good thick epoxy and use G10 plugs to fill the holes with. The G10 was from my backing plates for the through holes. I had a little bit left over, and so I used the 1-inch hole saw that I had originally cut the holes in the bulwarks with to access the bolts to create plugs. I just simply drilled the G10 and knocked the plugs out and put them in the holes. The hole in front of the mast, you saw I just used a putty knife, squished some epoxy in that hole, so that will harden up. I'll sand it down, and I don't have to fuss with it too much because that particular area will be covered with non-stick paint when the time comes. So tomorrow I will come back, I will sand these holes down, make them flat, and then there'll be little gaps and voids which I will fill with more thickened epoxy, and I'll use my putty knife to do that. But that's for tomorrow because this stuff has to kick off. That's it for tonight. We'll come back tomorrow evening and get cracking on that job, and hopefully we'll have that one wrapped up soon. It's day 2 of the Plug the Holes project. Let's go have a look and see how I made out. That looks pretty much how I expected it to turn out. So we'll get the old grinder out, sand those spots down, and see if we need to add a little bit more goo, also known as thickened epoxy, to the holes. If not, we'll sand them down and get them ready for primer and paint. Before I grind on the new epoxy, I'm going to prepare the hole that I missed the other day. Let me show you where it is. That's the bad boy right there. It's kind of tucked away out of sight. This is where the power for the old tiller pilot came out. And I ripped that out when I put the boom gallows back on. It's kind of hidden behind the boom can and the life ring. So when I was grinding, I forgot all about it, didn't see it. Now I have to do it. As always, fair winds, following seas, and God bless.